Hello everybody, today I have a fan blade review video for all of you. This particular fan blade right in front of me is an LAU 3-bladed S-Series 18-inch clockwise rotating air condenser unit fan blade. And this particular fan blade here was bought off eBay for $100, which was quite expensive if you ask me. Now before we get to everything else, I want to point out a few unique things about this fan blade. One of which is the fan blade material, which of course is the texture of the blades. And as you can see, these particular fan blades are made of galvanized metal. And as for my other 3 LAU fan blades, 2 of which are right behind me, these other fan blades are made of aluminum. As you can see, they have a shiny light texture, and it's more reflective-like, as you can see. And these fan blades here are lighter in weight. So like my 3-bladed aluminum fan here, this one here is very light. I made a video of this fan blade not too long ago, probably about nearly a year ago, probably after Christmas of 2022. So in this particular fan I got in September of 2022, and this one is a little heavier than the 3-bladed fan. But then again, aluminum fan blades will definitely get the flow going, if you know what I mean. Let me just go ahead and lean this up against my closet door. There we go. So back to this. So once again, like I said, these fan blades here are made of galvanized metal. And what's interesting about this fan is that it's heavier than my other 2 fan blades, like I just showed you just now. So this one is heavier in weight because of the material type. So anywho, let's go ahead and take a look at this fan blade all together. So here is the top of my condenser fan blade. So as you can see, it's a pretty basic looking top. Of course, we have the barcode in the front. So, again, here are the rivets of each fan blade. Hold them down in place. And of course, our little 1/2-inch hub, which of course is an intake. So, anywho, pretty basic top. Now let's look at the back side. Alrighty guys, here is the back of my condenser fan blade. Now, you may have noticed something rather interesting. You may have noticed that there are no metal clips on any of the fan blade arms. That is because when this fan blade was made in the factory, workers tested the fan blade and it turned out to be very smooth. There was no vibrations at all. So that is why there are no clips on any of the fan blade arms. Now I'm going to show you some other fan blades that I have that do have clips on some of the fan blade arms. Alrighty guys, here is my LAU 17.7-inch condenser fan blade. Again, pretty cool fan blade altogether. You can see the barcode up there and whatnot. But I'm going to go ahead and flip it over and you'll see what I mean. As you can see, there is a metal clip on this fan blade here. It's because when this fan blade was tested, it vibrated a lot. So workers decided to put a metal clip on this arm of the blade so that it reduces the amount of vibration. So let me go ahead and show you another example and you'll see what I mean. Alrighty guys, here is another example. This one here is my LAU 18-inch 4-bladed fan, and now as you can see, there is one of the metal clips visible right here. Now I'm going to go ahead and flip over my fan, and you'll see what I mean. As you can see, there are 2 metal clips on these 2 arms, is because there was a lot of vibration from when this fan was made in the factory. So that is the reason why those metal clips are there. It's to prevent excessive vibration. So I guess now it's time to get back to the fan that I am making a video of. Alrighty guys, now that I showed you everything about the fan and why I think it's unique, let's go ahead and take a look at the information about the fan altogether via that white barcode label. Alrighty guys, here is an up-close view of the barcode label. There are a few unique things about this barcode, but nevertheless it looks pretty simple, doesn't it? Let's not worry about that. Let's go ahead and get started with the information of this condenser fan. So right here is our part number, which is 1085-958, and our alternate part number is on the top, which is 6107-2401. And right here is our fan blade information. And this tells me all about the fan blade and stuff like that. So let's get started with that. The letter T is the number of blades on the fan blade arms, which obviously in this case is 3. I do not know what the 10 or the 08 means, but if anybody knows, please don't hesitate to put them in the comments below because I want to learn a little bit more. But I do know what the rest of the fan blade information is. So the letter S is the series type, which in this case is the standard series. And fun fact, I've said it in my older videos, the S series standard series type is the most popular kind out of all LAU fan blades for condensers. So that's awesome because this kind of fan blade design is my favorite. I've loved it ever since I was a little kid. So anywho, our G is the material type. This one in particular is galvanized metal. The other barcode labels that you saw in my other videos have a letter A on them, meaning that the fan blades are made of aluminum, with of course, with a zinc alloy coating to prevent rust and corrosion, because these fan blades are used outdoors. So here we have our 4 digits right here for our diameter and our pitch. The first 2 digits is the diameter of the fan blades, which is 18 inches. So this is 18 inches long. And of course, the last 2 digits is the pitch in degrees, which is 28. So as you can see, it is steeper than my other 2 fans. Let me go ahead and show you real quick. This one here is 22 degrees. And let me see. Yeah, as you can see, the slope is a bit near flatness level compared to the other fan that I just showed you. And the other one, which is right here, is 26 degrees. Let me go ahead and show you. As you can see, yep, it's a bit steeper, but it's not as steep as the one that I am making a review video on. So let me go ahead and put this back. There they are. So, like I said, this one is 28 degrees, so it is steeper than the other 2. So, there's that. So, let's move on with that. We have our 0.50, which of course is the bore size, and that is for the motor shaft. It is a 0.5 inch hole, or bore in this case. So, it's half an inch. So, that's the bore size of the hub right here. And of course, our CW means that this is a clockwise rotating fan. And of course, the letter I is the type of hub. And this one in particular is intake, as you can see. This one is intake, so mainly the fan blade is installed mainly like this on the motor shaft. When it's a discharge hub, it's mainly the opposite side. So, pretty cool about that. So, right here is where the fan blade was made. It was assembled in Mexico. And of course, the arrow is a bit obvious of the direction of the fan from when it is in motion. And the date really surprised me. The manufacturing date really caught me off guard. As you can see, it was made on Pi Day of 2022. This is the newest fan blade in my collection. The second newest, of course, is my 4-bladed fan, which was made on September 30th, 2020. And this one here is the oldest. This one was made on September 6th of 2007. Very old, but it is in very good shape, even after like a 16-year, storage time, because this fan blade was in storage for a very long time. And it's still in very good shape after all these years. So this fan in particular is only 2 years old, nearly. So, pretty awesome. So now I'm going to go ahead and give you some specifications, and then we will give it a spin. So this particular fan runs at maximum 1200 RPM. The fan blade materials are galvanized metal. The fan blade pitch is 28 degrees, and the diameter is 18 inches. And the manufacturing date is obviously Pi Day of 2022. And I don't think I have anything else in mind. So I guess it's time for us to do a spin test of this fan. Alrighty guys, I got myself a motor to use for this fan. So now I am going to go ahead and mount it to the motor shaft. So I'll be right back once I have done that. Alrighty guys. As you can see, I have mounted my condenser fan blade onto the motor that I am going to be using. So now, before we get to turning it on, let's see what the motor is like and where it's from. So this particular motor that I am using is a furnace blower fan motor. This motor runs at 1075 RPM, 3 speeds, and is 1/3 horsepower. This motor here is very strong. And even though the fan blades are a little heavy compared to the aluminum fan blades that I have, this motor is still strong enough to crank this fan up to full speed, which I think is amazing. So, anywho, enough of me talking and rambling. Let's go ahead and give this fan a test. Here we go. Very nice sound. Now, let me go ahead and give you a side view of the fan. Now, you may have noticed that the fan blades are distributed out evenly. It's because of the fact that I had to bend the blades in a particular way in order to get them out evenly, because when I unboxed this fan, the fan blades were not evened out. They were like, one was higher than the other and one was lower than the other. So it just looks so ugly on all 4 corners of the blades. So I just had to make adjustments for the blades. So it looks much better now. So now I'm going to give you a top view. You'll feel some wind in the microphone, so I apologize for that. This thing pushes a lot of air, even for a 28 angle pitch of the blades. So, apologize for the wind in the mic. So now, I have turned off the fan. And as you can see, it looks pretty weird on camera when it's slowing down to a stop. But as you can see the little white barcode label on one of the blades. And again, that to me is very satisfying. So let me go ahead and halt this thing to a stop. And now I am going to do a silent take on the fan one last time. And then I guess we shall call it a video. So as I was saying, I am not going to talk when the fan is ramming up to full speed so that you can hear the motor and the fan turning on. So without further ado, let's fire it up one last time. Here we go. And there you have it, folks. That was a test and overview of my brand new LAU 3-bladed condenser fan blade. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to put them in the comments section below of this video. And if you enjoyed this video altogether, then please be sure to like, comment, rate, and of course subscribe so you don't miss out on my future videos. So, anywho, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please be sure to like, comment, rate, and subscribe, and thank you all very much for watching.